Podcast. This is Matthew McGinnis, and we are rocking and rolling for a new episode. This is a episode just with me today. We are going to dive into winning versus looking like you're winning and what that means. You ever notice some of the people who look like they're winning are actually losing? You know, it's not about winning or losing, right? It's all about peace of mind. But there's some things that now go on in life that we are trying to control, but we can't. And then there's things that we try to show and we won't, or we won't sit in the quiet, or we won't talk about it. So some of the people who don't say much, who don't post much, aren't trying to prove anything. They're the ones actually winning, keeping their sense, keeping it inside. But truly, they're the ones that's actually winning. Today's episode is simple. The goal is not to look like you're winning. The goal is to actually be winning, like you feel it. You are winning. And those are two completely different games. And I have played both. I've played both in the past, present, and I'm sure I'll do it again. But this is something that bringing awareness just to discuss and talk about so people can actually relate. And that's a couple of people that I've helped through the past episodes have told me, they asked if I can get back on and do a solo episode and discuss a couple things that hit with them. And I think this is one thing that will, because we all do the social media. We'll get tied up into it. You know, us as men, I know me personally. I mean, I'll go to the restroom and Carmen would be like, where did he go for the last 3 hours? And I'm in there just doom scrolling, just, you know, legs falling asleep. And you got to laugh. I mean, it's the truth. If you're a man and you're watching or listening to this podcast, then you know, you get it. You know, when you're sitting on the toilet and all of a sudden your legs start falling asleep and you're shaking and you're just doom scrolling, constantly looking at other people. It's just something, it just happens. And it takes up our time. But just to dive into it, again, today's episode, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about winning versus the appearance or looking like you're winning. So what's the illusion? We live in a world right now where everything is performance. Social media, business, even relationships sometimes. People are showing you the highlight reel. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing your friends, or not even friends, or just people you follow. People are showing you the highlight reel. So the wins, the money, the trips, the lifestyle. Man, that's beautiful. They see all those things. They're like, wow, that person is killing it. But they're not showing you the stress, the debt, the anxiety, the disconnect at home. That's the real part. And that's the stuff that we have to deal with, right? That we do not. It's easy to show the wins, the money, or showing that as an illusion in this world dictated by social media. But and if you're not careful, you start comparing your real life to someone else's edited version. That's a losing game every single time. Every single time. That's just a loss for you. I mean, you cannot compare yourself to what you see on other people's social media. You just can't. And I mean, there's probably people in the past that tried to compare themselves to mine, or what they saw, but that wasn't the truth. It was 100% false. Everything it was only the good times, the wins, all the trips, everything, but it was nothing factual, nothing core, like what really was going on behind the scenes or what was happening. None of that was shown. So, I mean, you can't. It's a losing game every single time. If you try to compare yourself to these falsehoods on social media, you're going to put yourself in a bind. You truly are. I mean, the cost of looking like you're winning, let's talk about the cost. So the cost of looking like you're winning, because there is a cost. There's a cost of trying to look like you're winning. It might look like spending money you don't have, saying yes to things that don't serve you, chasing approval from people you don't even respect, living a life that looks good but doesn't feel good. And here's the truth most people don't want to admit. If you have to perform it, you probably don't have it. Real winning doesn't need a spotlight. Let that resonate. Real winning does not need a spotlight. What real winning looks like? So what does it look like? Actually, it's not flashy. It's not loud. It's simple, but it's powerful. Real winning to me and what it looks like is peace of mind, being present with your family, that's number one these days, and not sacrificing my peace of mind, waking up with clarity instead of chaos, and doing what you said you were going to do. A lot of us, and me in general, in the past, I always committed to doing certain things and say, I'll do these things. And I just never followed through, never made it happen. But you get into that constant where you're doing what you said you were going to do. It's gratifying. It's game changing. It starts with discipline, consistency, alignment. For me personally, there were things in my life that didn't serve me anymore. And I had to make a decision, not because it looked good to anyone else, not because it was right for me. I had to, whether it was alcohol, other women, other friendships that didn't serve me, friendships that to my detriment that I put in front of my family, those things, they didn't serve me. So that's the decisions I made. And that's real winning. That is real winning. Making those decisions, acting on them, and moving forward. And it just feels so good to say it out loud. Those were hard things to do. But it brings, peace of mind. Because I'm the one that has to live with this chaos, the things that I make up in my brain, the things that I make up in my mind on a constant. I have to live with those daily items, whatever they may be. You're not the most successful. You're not the best dad. You're not the best husband. You're not the best friend, partner, etc. We put these things in our minds and, they're false. They're not even true. So that's the real winning. If you can live by those things, that's what sets you apart. That's what's going to make a change for you, truly. And that's what leads into the internal versus external scorecard. You've got two scorecards in life. The external scorecard, money, titles, followers, status. And then you've got the internal scorecard, integrity, growth, fulfillment, peace. The problem is most people are playing the external game. They're chasing validation. But here's a question I want you to sit with. Who are you actually trying to impress? Think about it. Think about that for a second. Who are you actually trying to impress? Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to live with your life. This is your life. You have to live with it. So who are you trying to impress? The external scorecard, it doesn't matter. Man, we're all on borrowed time. It's all being rented. Everything, your house, your car, your whatever you own, your clothes, man, it's rented. You don't own anything. It won't go with you. Trust me. You get to that mindset, it will be a game changer. It helps you put things into perspective and what truly matters. And again, at the end of the day, you're the one that has to live your life and with your life and decisions. You have to do that. No one else. You can't give anyone else power over that. So that's something that people don't understand. And something that I've become a very boring person. I truly have, to where I was doing all the elaborate trips, partying, big events, big sporting events, doing things with the friends, fishing, doing these things that external validation that like I felt like I should have been there or be there. But inside, they were not validating me at all. They were not something that really meant something to me. What means something to me in my boring life is waking up early, jumping in the sauna, doing some journal entries, talking about what I got coming up, focusing on the kids, making them breakfast, doing those little things, being there to pick them up, being around for the little fun, silly things that we get into, the jokes. That's I'm boring. I go to bed like at 9:30, 10 o'clock, hopefully, because I'll turn into a pumpkin because I'm exhausted. Start early, go to bed early. It's boring, but damn, I love it. I absolutely love being boring, and people around me love me being boring. When I was the intense party going, entertaining type guy, I was exhausting. I didn't realize that. More people came to me and told me, thank you. And I'm so glad that you're on this path that you're going down. And I truly, when you were on, man, you were definitely him. You were the life of the party. Now I could be that life of the party, but it was a lot more calmer. a lot earlier too. I'm enjoying it. And I function the next day. But so that's the thing about people, real winners do boring things every single day. No one claps for waking up early, staying disciplined, saying no to things that don't serve you, showing up for your family. No one's clapping, putting in the work when no one's watching. But that's where the results come from. Not the post, not the flex, not the image. It's the actual work. Winning is built in the dark. I love that the most, is like, it is truly built in the dark. And most of our thoughts are dark, which unless you start pivoting and doing the positivity and thinking positive. But, winning is built in the dark. It truly is. It has been for me. And winning is such a unique word. It's the word, that everybody wants to win. The main thing is figuring out what the game is. If you can figure out the game, then you can actually put in perspective what it's going to take to win. That's the truth. So that's where it comes out to figure out what the game is. Let's redefine winning. Like, think about it. Redefine winning. So here's what I want you to do. Take a step back and ask yourself, what does winning actually look like for me? Like, what does it mean for you? What does winning actually look like for me? Not for social media, not for your friends, not for anyone else, for you. Break it down. Health, family, career, peace of mind. Be honest. These are some options. These are some ideas. But what does it mean for you to be winning? Break it down. You got to be honest, because once you define that, you stop chasing what looks good and you start building what actually matters. Truly. That will also, once you get those visual thoughts on paper, that gives you a chance to focus on what makes you happier, what is going to make you feel better. And it also gives less validation to all that social media noise and trying to keep up with the Joneses or be something that you're truly not. Why would you want to be something if you're seeing it every day that person's not even truly living their true self or being their true identity? They're just showing all of the high level things that are not validating. Get into the stuff that validates you. Write that down. Write down what it is that means to you and what winning looks like for you. At the end of the day, no one else is living your life. So stop trying to look like you're winning and start actually winning. Quietly, consistently, and for real. This is authentically doing life. And the goal is simple. Be real, stay grounded, and do what actually serves you. It'll change your life. It's huge. It's something that's going to literally change your mindset on the daily. And focus on that. I don't know who needs to hear that today. It's just something that I've been thinking about for the last week. And please, just keep authentically doing life. And I hope these episodes help. And that's the goal. It's for you to focus and see what can help you. Because it's a hard world out there. Ain't nobody getting out alive. That's for sure. So, winning versus look like you're winning. Let's go. Please comment, reach out. You know how to find me. And I appreciate the time.